Hey, Lila! I'm getting back with my ex! Yeah, you heard me right. Right now we're on our honeymoon, but the wedding, well, it's canceled.
What? Wait a minute, Caleb, what the hell are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean canceled?
Like I said, I'm getting back with Miley, my childhood friend and ex-girlfriend. Simple as that.
No way. Hold on a second. Miley? But Miley's already married, isn't she? She got married a while back, and when that happened, didn't she move into her husband's hometown? You haven't seen her in the last 2 years, right? Also, weren't you just taking a walk on the beach? What does this have to do with anything?
Well, about that, you won't believe it, but I saw her right here in Hawaii.
Wait, what? What do you mean you saw her?
Yeah, no joke. I was just taking a casual walk on the beach, enjoying the scenery, and then bam, there she was. I couldn't believe my eyes, but I just had to call out to her. And guess what? She smiled and told me she's here in Hawaii all by herself. And that's when it hit me. She must have heard about my wedding and realized her true feelings for me. She couldn't bear to let me go, so she followed me here to Hawaii to our honeymoon. She's still in love with me, Lila.
Are you hearing yourself right now? How do you even come to that conclusion?
Because think about it, this is Hawaii. What are the chances of running into your childhood sweetheart outside of our state on the other side of the world? The odds are too slim. It's not just some random coincidence. The only reasonable explanation is that she came all this way to find me.
Or, maybe you just happened to run into her by complete chance. It's a small world after all.
No, you don't get it. When someone's that devoted to you to the point where they follow you across the world, how can I ignore that? As a man, I can't just walk away from something like that. I have to answer her feelings.
Excuse me? Caleb, do you realize that we just got married 3 days ago? We literally just signed the marriage papers.
Look, I get it, but listen, this whole thing, it's gonna be tough for both of us, but at the end of the day, we'll both be divorcees. I'm sure you can see why I've gotta go with this, right? It's fate.
Do you even understand what you're saying right now? Who do you think is responsible for this mess? And I need you to really think about this. Are you absolutely sure that Miley came all the way to Hawaii for you and not just because she wanted a vacation?
Come on, Lila, there's no way she just happened to be here. She's in Hawaii alone by herself in a foreign country. It's pretty obvious she's here because she couldn't stay away from me. She came here for me, no question about it.
And Miley told you this? She flat out said that she came to Hawaii for you?
No, but I don't need her to say it. When I saw her, the way she smiled when I said hello, it told me everything I needed to know. It was like her heart was reaching out to mine, and I could feel it. I could see right into her soul. You have to understand, Lila, this is Miley we're talking about. She's my childhood friend. We used to be lovers. We've got this deep, unspoken bond that you just wouldn't get. It's a connection that goes beyond words.
Wow. Okay, well, I definitely don't get it, not at all. But honestly, Caleb, you need to calm down and really think this through. Look, until Miley actually tells you in her own words that she came all the way to Hawaii because of her feelings for you, isn't it possible that you're just misinterpreting the situation? I mean, this could just be one big misunderstanding on your part, right? It'd be a lot better if you didn't do anything reckless right now. Just take a moment and think before acting.
Lila, you don't get it. With Miley and me, we don't even need words. That's how strong our bond is.
Okay, fine, but at the very least, can you not forget that right now both you and Miley are currently married? You're both still legally married to other people. You can't just ignore that fact, Caleb.
Look, Lila, I know this sounds crazy to you, but I've already made up my mind. I can't just pretend like I didn't see her, like I didn't feel that connection all over again. It's like fate brought us back together, here in Hawaii, of all places. What are the odds, right? I can't walk away from something like that. I need to at least see where this goes with Miley.
Caleb, you're delusional. You think this is some kind of fairy tale, but it's not. This is real life, and in real life, people just don't upend their entire lives over one chance encounter. If you walk away from our marriage for some fantasy that exists only in your head, I promise you, you are going to regret it. You're throwing away everything for a maybe.
I get that you're mad, Lila, I do, but I know what I felt when I saw Miley again. It was like time hadn't passed at all, like we were right back to where we were all those years ago. I can't just ignore that. You have to understand this is bigger than both of us.
No, Caleb, you're just scared. Scared of the commitment you made. Scared of what it means to be with someone for the rest of your life. And instead of facing that fear, you're running away, back to some fantasy of your past. But life doesn't work that way.
I'm not scared, Lila. I'm just following my heart. And right now, my heart is telling me that Miley is the one I'm meant to be with.
Fine, but don't expect me to be here when you realize you've made a huge mistake.
Hey, Lila, you should head back to Iowa. I mean it, just leave.
Huh? Caleb, I was just about to contact you because you haven't come back in hours and I was getting worried. Where have you been? And now you're telling me to go back?
I'm serious. I'm not coming back until I'm sure you've left Hawaii. This honeymoon is happening, but not with you. It's gonna be with Miley. So you pack your stuff and head back to Iowa.
Oh, I see. So you want us to go our separate ways from here on out? Well, I actually agree with that. But can you explain why you left divorce papers in our room? Isn't that a bit too prepared? Like you had it all planned out beforehand?
Oh, Dad, I did a little research. Turns out you can just print out divorce papers online. You fill them out, take them to City Hall, and boom, it's official. So I found a place to print them while you were out, and I slipped them into the room when you weren't there.
You did this while I was out getting a late lunch, huh? You waited for that exact moment to sneak in and leave divorce papers behind?
Exactly. As you can see, I've already filled out my part. So once you get back to Iowa, just fill in your section and submit it to the authorities. It's pretty simple. Just get it done.
All right, but let me ask you something. Have you even confirmed how Miley feels about all of this? Have you asked her if she wants to be with you again?
Why do you keep asking that? I told you already I don't need to. Miley and I, we have a deep bond. I don't need to ask her. It's something I already know. You're just a nuisance standing in the way of that bond. Get it?
Is that so? You seem awfully confident, Caleb.
What's that supposed to mean? What's with that smirk?
Oh, nothing. It's just interesting to watch you dig your own grave. I don't have to do anything at this point. But you go ahead. Keep thinking whatever you want.
Quit with the attitude. Just get out of here already. Seriously, you're in the way.
Well, if that's how you feel, I guess there's nothing more to say. I'll pack up and leave like the nuisance you think I am. See you back in Iowa, or maybe not. Goodbye, Caleb.
Miley, sorry to keep you waiting.
Huh? Caleb? What are you doing here?
I've finally done it. I talked to my wife and we've agreed to divorce.
Wait, hold on, Caleb. Why are you telling me this? And why are you acting like this is something I've been waiting for?
It's okay, Miley. You don't have to keep pretending. You don't have to hide your feelings anymore. I understand everything. Your feelings, they hit me hard, deep down. You don't need to act tough with me.
What feelings are you even talking about?
When you heard about my wedding, when you found out I was getting married, it must have stirred something in you, right? I know it did. You must have realized your true feelings for me. Those feelings you've been holding back for so long. They overwhelmed you, didn't they? You couldn't stop thinking about me, could you? That's why you came all the way here to Hawaii, to my honeymoon destination of all places. I know you came here because of me, because you couldn't ignore your feelings for me anymore.
What?
It's okay, really. I get it. I understand what you're going through, and I want to respond to those feelings, Miley. I feel the same way. I want to make things right. That's why I talked to my wife, and I'm divorcing her. I feel bad for her, sure, but this is something I have to do for both of us.
What are you even talking about, Caleb?
It's all for you, Miley. Now that I've decided to divorce my wife, there's nothing standing between us anymore. We don't have to keep our feelings hidden. There are no more obstacles. Finally, we can be together. Miley, where are you right now? I'll come meet you. Let's spend the whole night together, just the two of us. We'll finally be free to love each other over and over. Our hearts and our bodies united at last.
Ew!
What? What's wrong?
That disgusting, delusional mindset of yours is exactly why we broke up in the first place, Caleb. You're seriously grossing me out.
Wait, what do you mean?
Do you not remember what happened back in high school? You told me we should break up because you thought you could date the popular girl, the one everyone called the Madonna of the school. You thought you had a chance with her, and what happened? You were completely wrong. You made an absolute fool of yourself. And after you realized how badly you screwed up, you came crawling back to me, begging to get back together. But I was already done with you. I couldn't stand you anymore, so I rejected you right then and there. How do you not remember that?
But yesterday we saw each other again on the beach. You were smiling. We were both smiling. We were both so happy to see each other, I could tell.
Yeah, that was a pity smile, Caleb. I wasn't happy at all. I was just trying to hide my shock and disgust. I was cursing my bad luck for running into you, of all people, on a beach in Hawaii. Seriously, what were the chances?
Wait, so then why are you in Hawaii? If it wasn't to see me, why else would you be here? You must have come to find me. It's the only explanation that makes sense. You wanted to see me, didn't you? You couldn't get me out of your head, so you chased after me, right?
What are you even saying? No, Caleb, I have been living in Hawaii for a year now. I didn't come here to find you.
What? What do you mean?
My husband got transferred here for work. He was promoted and sent to the Hawaii branch of his company. So I moved here with him. We've been living here happily ever since.
Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Yesterday when we were talking, you said you were alone in Hawaii.
Oh my God, Caleb. You asked me if I was alone at that moment, and I said yes because I was taking a walk by myself. That's it. I didn't mean I was here in Hawaii all alone. I was just out for a stroll. I've got a loving husband waiting for me at home.
Wait, so you're not...
Yeah, I'm married, Caleb. I thought you knew that. Didn't you hear about it from your parents? I had an arranged marriage, and I am very happy with my husband. We have a great life here in Hawaii, which means I'm not chasing after you or anyone else.
This can't be happening.
It is, and honestly, I feel bad for your wife. She probably had no idea what kind of delusional idiot she was marrying. You don't show this side of yourself when you're just neighbors, do you? It only comes out when you're in a relationship. I bet she didn't see it coming. Poor woman. She must be regretting her decision to marry you.
No, this has to be a misunderstanding. I'm not delusional.
Yeah, right. You've always been this way, Caleb. This time you're even worse. You've lost it completely. You know what? I didn't block you before because I figured we were neighbors back in Iowa, so it would have been awkward. But now, I'm done. I don't care anymore.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm blocking you right now.
Miley, no, don't do that, please!
Too late. Goodbye, Caleb. Don't ever contact me again, and don't even think about coming near me or my family ever.
Lila, I've changed my mind. Let's cancel the divorce. Let's continue our honeymoon like before.
Huh?
I don't care about Miley anymore. You know what? You're the one for me, my true Venus.
That's disgusting.
Huh?
Judging by that tone, did Miley reject you?
Well...
Just so you know, I contacted your family earlier to explain the situation. And guess what? They told me something interesting. They said that Miley followed her husband overseas after his job transfer. So I asked, could it be that her husband's assignment is in Hawaii? They weren't sure at first, but your parents took the trouble to confirm it with Miley's family. Shortly after, they got back to me confirming that yes, she is indeed living in Hawaii.
What?
Not only that, they also gave me some juicy background. They started with, we've kept quiet because it was just kids' business, but then they spilled everything. Apparently, you broke up with Miley because of a massive misunderstanding. After you made a fool of yourself with some other girl and got brutally rejected, Miley dumped you too, didn't she?
No, wait.
Hold on, I need to get going now.
What? Where are you going?
I managed to get a flight back to Iowa. Everything worked out perfectly with the timing. Oh, and just so you know, I'm turning my phone off as soon as I board.
Lila!
And don't worry, I'll take care of filing the divorce papers as soon as I get back.
Wait, no, I said no divorce!
Shut it, you delusional idiot.
What?
Goodbye and good riddance, you fool.
No, Miley, what have I done? Guess I'm going back to Iowa too. Hey, Lila! Are you already back in Iowa now?
Wait a second, I turned on my phone and I have 200 missed calls?
Hey, where's my passport?
Huh? Your passport? Did you lose it?
No, that's not it. I gave it to you, remember? Where did you put it?
What? I don't remember you giving it to me.
No, I definitely gave it to you. I was worried I'd lose it, so I put it in your bag.
In my bag? Where exactly?
You know the side pocket, the one with the zipper that tightens everything securely? I put it in there.
Wait, what? Hold on, let me check. Sure, I definitely had your passport, but you know what? Did you ever tell me you put it there?
See?
You didn't say anything about putting it in that pocket, did you? I don't remember you mentioning it at all.
Wait, I guess I didn't actually tell you.
Exactly. Plus, didn't we just talk about how I don't usually use that side pocket of my bag? I thought we had that discussion recently.
Did we?
Yes, remember? I told you that I had lost something important by putting it there before, so now I avoid using it altogether. That means I wouldn't even think to check it unless you specifically mentioned it was there.
Seriously?
Well, even if that weren't the case, your passport is like a lifeline when you're abroad. I can't be held responsible for it not being with you. It's crucial.
Can you save the lecture for later? Right now, I just need you to bring my passport back to me.
No way.
Huh?
I'm already back home. Why should I have to go out of my way for someone who's practically a stranger now?
Hey, I'm your husband, remember?
Not anymore since I filed for divorce.
Wait, you did it already?
You were the one who pushed for it. You said you wanted things to move quickly.
Yeah, but...
Listen, you said you were done, and now it feels like you're just backtracking. I can't keep having these conversations that go nowhere. You wanted this. Now, go call the police or something and ask them what to do when you've lost your form of ID.
You expect me to do it all by myself?
What other choice do you have? You have to handle this yourself.
Isn't it your fault that I'm in this situation because you took my passport back home with you?
No, the reason we're in this mess is because you just put it in my bag without telling me. That's not my fault.
Okay, fine. But you can't just act like this is all my fault. You could have checked too.
Right, because it's my job to go through your stuff. I don't even know what's in your bag half the time. You should have communicated that it was in there.
Well, if we're going to point fingers, you should have been more mindful about handling important documents. How could you just take it and not mention it at all?
Seriously? We're really doing this? This isn't going to solve anything. I'm just supposed to sit here while you throw blame around?
Well, it feels like you are. I'm stuck here without a passport, and you're the one who has it.
Fine. But let's be real for a second. Even if I brought the passport back, how are we going to resolve this mess?
You've already filed for divorce, and I'm supposed to be okay with that?
Maybe you should have thought about that before you put us in this situation. Now you're scrambling to fix something that might already be too late.
Wait, what do you mean by too late? Are you really giving up on us just because of a passport?
I'm not giving up over the passport. I'm giving up on you because you asked for this whole mess and are now blaming me for a lot of it because you can't handle all of your delusional behavior.
I'm not delusional, though. I thought that Miley was into me, and I thought you already knew about me placing my passport into your bag.
Well, when you eventually get back home, just contact my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yes, my father's acquaintance is going to help us with a lot of things. I'll give your parents my lawyer's contact information and they can reach out to them.
Wait a second. My misunderstanding about Miley was a mistake. Now that I know, I don't want a divorce.
If you want to say that, you should probably say it through the lawyer. This is not the place to argue about it.
Lila!
Goodbye, you misunderstanding fool. A few days later, Caleb returned home looking completely haggard and defeated. He showed up at his parents' house, and the moment he laid eyes on the passport I had left with my in-laws, something seemed to awaken inside him. With a sudden burst of energy, he bolted out of the house, rushing towards my family's home, clearly determined to confront the situation. To prevent him from making a scene, my former judo champion father-in-law executed a perfect shoulder throw right there on the lawn. If he had been just 25 inches closer to the concrete, Caleb would have been slammed down hard. The look on his face went pale at the near miss. It was as if reality was finally sinking in. After this little encounter, Caleb calmed down somewhat, and we were able to discuss financial matters without him losing his temper again. I seized the opportunity to demand that he cover the total costs for the wedding and honeymoon expenses that I had shouldered, along with a settlement for emotional distress. Surprisingly, he agreed to pay without much resistance, likely realizing he had no other choice at this point. This marked the conclusion of a marriage that lasted less than a week, all stemming from Caleb's misunderstandings and miscommunications. Word of the situation quickly spread around his workplace, and before long, he ended up taking unauthorized leave. It wasn't long before he was officially fired, and now it seems he has retreated into his parents' home, becoming a reclusive loser. He's apparently been telling everyone, love is scary, women are terrifying. It's ironic, really. His rash actions and failure to communicate effectively led to the abrupt end of our short-lived marriage. But now he's the one living in fear, hiding away from the world. I suppose he's come to realize that his inability to confront issues head-on has left him in a place he never wanted to be, trapped by his own choices. Hey, Ren. Today is supposed to be your wedding day, right? Well, I have some news that's going to shake things up for you. Your wedding? It's canceled. The reason? The groom is mine now. Yes, you heard that right. The wedding is officially off. What? What are you talking about? Well, it seems like you haven't caught on yet. Let me explain it in simpler terms. I've successfully stolen your fiancé, and I did it 1 minute before your wedding was about to start. Aren't I just amazing? You were all set to walk down the aisle, but guess what? There will be no wedding. I got him, and there is nothing you can do about it. Oh, and did I mention? He's the next CEO. Jackpot for me. Wait. Next CEO? What do you even mean? Miles? Who's Miles? Do I really have to spell this out for you? Your precious fiancé, Miles, is now my man. We've been secretly seeing each other behind your back for quite some time now. I just thought you should know now that I've officially claimed him. So yeah, consider this your official declaration of defeat. Wait, are you serious right now? Miles, who is Miles? What are you talking about, Olive? Oh, come on, Ren. Don't tell me you're the clueless type. How does it feel to be completely blindsided? The look on your face right now would be priceless. Your best friend stealing the love of your life, the man you were about to marry. Oh, does it hurt? Does it sting? How does it feel to be betrayed by someone you trusted? I aimed for this exact moment, the perfect moment to crush you emotionally. It's perfect, isn't it? 1 minute before your big day, right when you were probably feeling all happy and excited, and bam, I took it all away. You must be devastated right now. Olive, seriously, I have no idea what you're talking about. Miles? Who is this Miles you keep mentioning? Miles, your fiancé. The guy you were going to marry? The man you were all set to spend the rest of your life with? I spent the night with him last night. Yep, just the two of us, wrapped up in each other at this gorgeous hotel. We were so in love, making beautiful memories together. But honestly, our little affair started long before that. I just thought last night was the perfect time to seal the deal. How could you have missed it? I mean, you didn't even see the signs, did you? How pathetic. Olive, I swear I don't know what you're talking about. This is some kind of mistake. Miles? I don't even know anyone named Miles, and I'm not even getting married today. You can't fool me, Ren. You know exactly what's going on. You just don't want to admit it because it hurts too much. But it's okay. Denial is part of the process. You've got a wedding to cancel after all. I imagine that's going to take up a lot of your time, calling the guests, explaining that there will be no ceremony because, well, your best friend stole your man at the last second. Ugh, that's gotta hurt. Well, I guess I'll leave you to handle all that. I've said what I needed to say. Good luck dealing with the fallout. Wait, Olive, stop! What are you talking about? I seriously don't know anyone named Miles. And there is no wedding today. What is going on? Explain this to me. Well, Miles is calling for me now, so I really have to go. He's waiting for me after all. We've got some more love to make. Don't worry, you'll get over it eventually. Or maybe not. Either way, I win. Goodbye, Ren. Enjoy sorting through your mess. Olive, wait, what the heck is going on? This doesn't make any sense at all. Who is this Miles? Why would you say all of this? What wedding? Explain yourself. Ren, did you get the wedding invitation I sent? What? No, I haven't received any invitation. Oh, come on. With the distance from my place to your house, any mail should arrive the next day. I sent it out yesterday, so it should definitely be there by now. Therefore, Ren, you must be lying. Wait, are you referring to my family home in City A? Of course. You've always lived with your parents, right? Since the wedding with Miles is off, you're obviously still living there. Isn't that right? No, actually, that's not true. What? I'm living alone now. I won't tell you where I'm staying, though. I cut ties with my family 2 years ago, and the address change I filed with the post office has long since expired. Anything sent to my parents' house is probably discarded without being opened. So you can assume that anything sent there won't reach me. Just thought you should know. What the heck? Remember how I told you about being constantly overshadowed and ignored by my perfect sister? That's why I decided to cut ties with my family. It was a decision I made for my own peace and to move on from that toxic environment. Oh, I see. Well, that's a pretty convenient excuse to use for why you didn't receive the invitation. I guess you thought you'd use that to cover up. Nice try, though. But seriously, think about it. It's been 3 years since we had that falling out. So much has changed in that time. Things have been rapidly evolving, especially in the last few years. My life is entirely different from what it was when we last spoke. Oh, can you stop with the lies already? The fact that you're denying receiving the invitation just proves that you did get it. It's clear as day. What are you talking about? The lies of someone like you are so pathetic and transparent. You should really stop making yourself look foolish. Anyway, back to the topic. As stated in the invitation, the wedding is going to be held in France. Oh, France? Yes, we're having the ceremony at Miles's private estate there. And guess what? You, the so-called loser, are required to attend. Of course, you're responsible for covering your own travel and hotel expenses. I'm not that generous to pay for your costs. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, if you don't get everything organized yourself, you'll have a tough time. The wedding is in just 2 weeks, so if you don't act fast, you'll find yourself in a tight spot. But I've told you I didn't get an invitation. Are you even paying attention to what you're saying? Seriously, think it through. You're making excuses to avoid attending, and it's obvious. The invitation was sent, and it should have reached you. If it didn't, it's your responsibility to figure it out. I'm not going to argue with you about this. The date is set, and everything is planned. You're expected to be there, and that's final. Why would you even do this? Why? Because I want to make it clear that things are not going to be the same as they were before. The wedding is a significant event, and everyone important to us will be there, even you, whether you like it or not. This is about making a statement and showing that nothing can get in the way of what we have planned. Are you serious? This is just absurd. Absurd? Maybe. But it's the reality of the situation. You've been given a chance to attend an event that's not only important, but also a big deal in Miles's and my life. So either you make arrangements and come, or you deal with the consequences of not being part of it. The choice is yours, but the decision is already set. I can't believe you're making such a big deal out of this. Believe it, the wedding is happening, and everyone involved has to play their part. You've been given the details, and now it's up to you to act on them. I'm not going to chase you down or make exceptions. The plan is in place, and it's moving forward. This is ridiculous. I don't know why you're doing this to me. Why? Because I want you to understand that your actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences mean facing situations you'd rather avoid. It's a lesson in responsibility and accountability, and honestly, it's about making sure that everyone who's been a part of the journey is there for the culmination of it. Fine, I'll figure it out, but this is not how I wanted things to go. Good, that's the spirit. Get it sorted out and make sure you're there. We'll see you in France, whether you're ready for it or not. I guess I don't have a choice. That's all that's left to do. And remember, no more excuses. Get it done. And I'll see you soon.
Hey, Ren. Long time no talk. Got a minute?
Oh, Anthony? It's been ages. What's up?
Well, I need to ask you something a bit odd about your family.
Sure, what's going on?
So this might sound strange, but I heard something recently. Is there any chance you're helping Olive with some kind of scheme to steal the groom from your sister's wedding?
Huh? What are you talking about? I haven't even heard about my sister's wedding until now.
Right, I suppose you wouldn't know. You haven't been back home in 2 years, and you're basically estranged from your family. And you cut ties with Olive long before that incident where she got involved with a married coworker and then lashed out when you called her out, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I don't consider her a friend anymore.
I figured as much. Sorry for asking such a weird question, especially when you're not in contact with her.
It's fine. I'm curious why you're asking, though. What's up?
Actually, I got a furious call from your sister yesterday. She said that Olive sent an invitation to your sister's wedding to you.
Wait, what? An invitation to the wedding?
Yeah, and apparently the groom is your sister's former fiancé. Your sister was going off on me, demanding to know if you knew anything about it. She was convinced that since I'm the only local contact you have, I must know something.
Oh, wow. I'm really sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry about it. I'm just here to help sort this out.
Actually, if Olive's name is coming up, I can't completely rule out having some awareness of this. If you don't mind, could you provide more details?
Sure. Did anything unusual happen on your end?
Well, I knew Olive was getting married from her text message, but she mentioned something about stealing the groom on my wedding day.
Wait, you're married?
No, I'm not married. Olive seems to have misunderstood. I never had a boyfriend, let alone had a wedding.
Oh, okay. I was surprised for a moment there.
What's with the surprise?
I just wanted to be sure. Sorry for the diversion. Please continue.
All right. So, the name of the groom, could it be Miles?
Oh, yeah. I don't know the full name, but if his first name Miles is correct, that's what came up in the conversation.
And it's definitely him. Olive must have confused your sister's fiancé, Miles, with my partner. She thought that her wedding was actually mine, so she attempted to steal him on the wedding day. Now she's still under the impression that she's taken something from me and is trying to show off. It seems like she's trying to go ahead with this stolen marriage.
Wow, that sounds like a real mess.
It really is. I told her the invitation hadn't arrived and explained why, but she just insisted on stuff like, "You're forced to attend the wedding at Miles's French villa."
A French villa?
Yeah, she was demanding that I cover my own travel and hotel expenses to France. She completely ignored my explanations and continued with her demands. It felt like talking to a wall. Nothing I said made any difference.
Ren, can I ask you something?
What is it?
With the terms Miles and French villa, a certain person comes to mind.
Who?
Remember when I changed jobs 8 months ago? I told you about that, right?
Yeah, you mentioned that you moved out of town and started working in the same prefecture as me.
Exactly. The son of the president at my previous company is named Miles.
Oh, what's he like?
He's a quarter French and used to brag about visiting his grandfather's villa in France twice a year. After I left that job, I heard from former colleagues that there was an issue with a wedding being canceled. Officially, it was due to irreconcilable differences discovered on the wedding day, but there's a rumor that it was actually because of Miles' infidelity.
Oh, well, that pretty much confirms that Olive stole your sister's former fiancé.
I'll check with my former colleagues to get confirmation, but
But?
the previous company is in serious trouble.
Serious trouble.
I can't go into details because it's sensitive, but results should come out in a few days. I think Miles and Olive's wedding will probably be canceled.
Wow, that's quite a situation.
Yeah, it really is. I just wanted to keep you informed. If you need anything else, or if there's anything else you want to know, just let me know.
Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate the heads up. I'll definitely keep an eye out for any updates.
No problem. I'll be in touch if I find out more. Take care.
Wait, hold on. Before we hang up, can you give me a bit more detail about this French villa and the wedding? I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole situation.
Sure. From what I've gathered, the French villa is a luxurious property that Miles' family owns. It's located in a picturesque part of France, and it's known for being a vacation spot for the wealthy. Miles used to boast about it a lot, saying it was a gift from his grandfather. The wedding was supposed to be a high-profile event, and it sounds like Olive somehow got involved with it, thinking it was her chance to claim something for herself.
That's incredibly elaborate. It's like she's trying to live out some kind of fantasy.
Exactly. It seems like Olive's grasp on reality is a bit shaky. She's making demands and creating a drama that doesn't align with the truth. It's unfortunate that she's dragging others into this mess.
Yeah, it's really unsettling. I guess I should prepare myself for more fallout from this.
Definitely. If there's anything else you need, or if there are any developments, let me know. I'll keep an ear out for more information as well.
I will. Thanks again for all your help, Anthony. It's been a real whirlwind.
Anytime, Ren. I'm here if you need anything. Stay safe.
You too. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
I'm currently waiting for Miles. We're about to board a flight to France together. I'm sure you're planning to leave for your trip today as well, aren't you? Huh? No, I'm not going. What? I told you that I didn't receive any invitation. Besides, Miles isn't my fiancé, and in fact, I don't even know him personally. Oh, come on. You're still insisting on that? You've been through a significant and traumatic experience where your groom was stolen away from you and your wedding was abruptly canceled. You should be aware that pretending not to know Miles is just not going to work here. Actually, I got some information from a local contact who is the only person from the area I can still communicate with. They filled me in on some things related to the situation. What do you mean by that? The person you took away is actually my sister's fiancé. What? No way! I have seen you multiple times wearing that emerald green dress you liked so much, or the white top with the floral embroidery, and the cute pale pink blouse with a ribbon. And not to forget the blue skirt and the light blue floral scarf. You were seen on dates with Miles while wearing those outfits, so naturally I assumed you were Miles's fiancé. Oh, those clothes? Oh, all of them were actually taken by my sister when I left my family home. What? Taken? Yes, taken. You know my sister's personality, don't you? She always had this habit of taking whatever belonged to me. No matter how much I resisted, she'd always find a way to take it from me. My own clothes were quite often subdued and modest compared to her flashy style. So she might have worn my more modest clothes to blend in and appear more reserved while dating Miles. Since my sister and I look very similar, you probably mistook me for her based only on the clothes I was wearing. Seriously? If you're questioning the truth of this, it would be best to ask Miles himself to confirm. But isn't Miles currently under arrest? Arrest? What do you mean? Haven't you checked the news this morning? I haven't seen it. There should be articles about it online. You might want to look it up. What's this? Did you find the news article? So, the arrest is true? Yes, it's all true. It's been reported that Miles was involved in some serious financial crimes, including tax evasion and embezzlement. The amounts involved are reportedly quite large, and it seems like there might be a lot of chaos surrounding the situation for some time. No way, I had no idea about any of this. Given the situation, it might be a good idea to reconsider your trip to France. Why should I? Since Miles is confirmed not to be attending the wedding, the event will have to be canceled. It's the only logical step to take. Oh. Moreover, considering the timing, if you, as his supposed fiancé, leave the country now, people might speculate that you're trying to escape from the mess. I don't know what to do. Even if you tell me I'm completely in the dark about this situation, what should I do? Honestly, it's not something I can solve for you. It might be best for you to just return home for now. But this was supposed to be my big chance to achieve something significant. I understand how you must feel. This was meant to be a major milestone for you, and now everything seems to be falling apart. It's incredibly frustrating and disheartening, but with everything that's happening right now, it might be worth considering whether sticking to your current plans is the best course of action. I just can't believe that this is happening. Everything was planned perfectly, and now it's all gone wrong. I was looking forward to this trip and the opportunity it presented. It's like a dream being shattered right before my eyes. Yes, I get that. When plans don't work out, it can feel like everything you've worked for is slipping away. But sometimes circumstances beyond our control force us to adjust and rethink our strategies. It's unfortunate that this has to happen, but it might be worth taking a step back and assessing the situation thoroughly. I never thought I'd end up in a situation like this. I was so excited about the wedding and the trip to France. Everything seemed to be falling into place perfectly, and now, just like that, it's all unraveling. It's a tough situation, no doubt about it, but remember, you still have options and decisions to make. Although it's painful to see everything collapse, it's also an opportunity to reassess and perhaps find a better path forward. I just don't know where to begin. I feel lost and overwhelmed. It's completely natural to feel that way. Take some time to process everything and think about your next steps carefully. But just know that you're never ever getting Miles back, no matter how much this sucks. But he was the one who was going to get me all of that money, my treasure chest. I can't believe I'm never going to have another chance like that. In the end, I found myself caught up in a series of misunderstandings and complications, and I ended up never being present at the scene of the initial issue. Despite all the turmoil surrounding Olive's scandalous actions, I was never directly involved in the problematic events that unfolded. However, the repercussions of the incident are still ongoing, and they are far from over. The situation has spiraled to such an extent that it caught the attention of several gossip magazines. The media has now picked up on the story, turning it into a major topic of discussion. Articles are being published about the scandal, and the entire affair has become a spectacle for public consumption. This has only added to the already chaotic and stressful environment surrounding the canceled wedding. The wedding, which was supposed to be a grand and joyful occasion, was ultimately canceled. The fallout from this cancellation has been significant, with many complications arising. One of the major issues has been dealing with the financial repercussions of the canceled event. The costs associated with the wedding preparations had already been incurred, and now there's the added burden of managing the financial fallout from the abrupt cancellation. Additionally, the complexities of handling the broken engagement have further compounded the situation, leading to a lot of confusion and turmoil. It seems that my own family has also been affected by this mess. They're currently dealing with their own set of problems and are not in a position to offer much support or attention to my situation. This has left me feeling somewhat isolated and overwhelmed by the entire situation. Given the chaotic state of affairs, I decided it was best to make some personal changes to safeguard my own well-being. I updated all of my contact information, including my phone number and social media accounts, to ensure that I could distance myself from any further disturbances related to this mess. This change was necessary to regain a sense of normalcy and control over my own life. Moreover, with Anthony's support, I took the opportunity to advance my career. I successfully transferred into a new job that better matched my skills and aspirations. This career move also prompted me to relocate to a new apartment. I found a place just a 3-minute walk from Anthony's residence, which made it more convenient for us to see each other and strengthen our relationship. As a result of these changes, 2 years later, Anthony and I got married. It was a significant milestone and a happy development in our lives. However, the details of our journey and how we arrived at this point are a separate story altogether.
Good morning, Leslie. We've got a big group staying at the bed and breakfast today, so I won't be able to do any of the housework. I'll need you to do all the cooking and cleaning for me today. Oh, as well as the laundry. It's been piling up in the laundry room for 3 days now. And while you're at it, I'll also need you to pick up some things from the store.
Hey, Mom, I'm sorry you're having a rough day. I hate to have to turn you down like this, but I have my own job to do and I'm at the office right now, so I'm afraid I can't just up and leave on a moment's notice like this.
Leslie, this is not the first time we've had this conversation. Do I need to remind you that as the wife of my oldest son, you have certain responsibilities? Our family operates the most exclusive bed and breakfast in the entire area, so don't go off thinking you can get away with prioritizing your job.
I'm not sure why you put quotation marks around job like that. My job is just as real as anyone else's.
That's not the point. Don't dodge the issue. Now, let me know when you leave the office. I'm going to send you a shopping list.
Look, Mom, I understand that running a bed and breakfast as big as yours must be truly difficult work. Really, I do. I'm sure that there are all sorts of things you do every day that I could never do. But again, that's your job and this is mine. Is it too much to ask for your understanding that I have my own work, my own career path?
Yes, now get out of that silly little office and come home. You have housework to do.
Even if I wanted to come right home, I can't. I'm not at the office. I'm out of town.
What? What do you mean you can't come home? Where in the world are you?
I'm going to be out of town on business for the next 3 days.
How shameless can you be? You're my son's wife. The only job you need to be doing is helping me keep this bed and breakfast running. How else are you going to be able to take it over one day? And here we are in the middle of the busiest tourism season of the year, and you're off gallivanting elsewhere while I'm stuck here by myself. Are you out of your mind?
Wait a second, back up. You're saying I'm going to take over the bed and breakfast?
Exactly. What are you so surprised about? You knew what you were getting into when you married my oldest son. One day he'll inherit the business side from my husband, and you'll inherit the management side from me.
This is the first I've ever heard about this. And besides, your husband has told me that he already has a candidate in mind for the next property manager.
Yes, you!
No, I'm pretty sure that's not the case, Mom.
I've had more than enough backtalk from you today. In all honesty, I'd rather not be forced to entrust the operations of my beautiful bed and breakfast to someone like you who grew up in poverty, but my hands are tied. For whatever reason, my son chose you, so I'll just have to make do. In a few weeks, when the travel season ends, I'm going to be putting you through a hands-on training program to teach you the ropes. So make whatever arrangements you need for that.
Mom, you are being ridiculous about this. I have a career of my own.
Then quit.
No way. I've worked way too hard to create what I have right now, and I'm not giving it up for you.
I only allowed you to marry my son under the condition that you would be assisting me at the bed and breakfast. And now you're reneging on that assignment?
What agreement? We never discussed anything like that.
It's not a discussion, it's an order, and you're not going to change my mind. My decision is final.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time for this right now. I've got a big day ahead of me, and I need to get everything ready tonight. I'll talk to you later, Mom.
Hold it right there, Leslie. This conversation is not over. We need to discuss your training program, and I still have to send you that shopping list. Leslie, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself immediately.
What do you mean?
We just had a big group arrive from a company in a neighboring town, but why are you with them?
Oh, that? Well, it's my company, so...
What?
We're having a company vacation. Even if it's just one town over, it's still nice to get out and relax every once in a while. And there aren't very many facilities that can cater to groups as large as ours for a similar price range. So we decided to book the bed and breakfast for a night.
Just when I thought you couldn't be any more shameless, and this is what you do?
What?
It seems that you've finally come around to see reason and accept your role as the next property manager.
Huh?
But I'm afraid you're far too late. I've been talking with my husband, and we've decided to give the position to Miriam, my other son's wife.
Oh, I see. So Miriam accepted the position?
Yes, and she just quit her job the other day. She was very willing to make all the necessary arrangements as soon as we brought up the possibility to her. And most importantly of all, her parents are fabulously wealthy. They're major real estate investors. They own a ton of apartment buildings in the area. With a family like that, she's absolutely the perfect candidate to take over the bed and breakfast for me. She's not the product of an impoverished single mother like some other women I know.
Ah, it seems like you're under the impression that single mothers are all poor, which isn't the case, but let's put that aside for now. So, Miriam really agreed to take over the bed and breakfast then?
Yes, we had the discussion just the other day. They'll need a bit of time to get ready to move over here, so I gave them a month. After that, she'll start the training program I was preparing for you.
She really agreed to that? It's just that, I don't know. It really doesn't seem like Miriam would agree to become the next property manager from what I know of her.
Oh, Leslie, you're so pathetic. After all your protesting, now you're coming to me and begging me to take you back?
I'm neither crying nor begging.
Did you really think an unsophisticated girl with a troubled upbringing like yourself could ever be a suitable property manager for a bed and breakfast as luxurious as this?
What?
All that silliness about bringing that group here for an employee vacation? You were really just trying to impress me with how skilled you were at luring in customers, weren't you? No, that's not the case at all. In any case, I've had enough. You're not welcome here any longer. Get out!
You're kicking me out. Why? I'm here as a customer, you know. We paid in full for the cost of the stay in advance.
And all the other guests are more than welcome to stay. However, you are another story. I tried so hard to be good to you despite your checkered past, and you threw it all in my face. Now that you see what you've lost, though, you're desperate to get back in my good graces. It's disgusting. Someone of your low stature doesn't deserve to stay here.
It's just a vacation with my employees, that's all.
Pack up your things and get off the premises immediately.
I wasn't trying to impress you. I just wanted to relax.
And you can relax where all the other poor people relax. Go to a dive bar or something. You're not deserving of such a high-class enterprise as this.
All right then, I guess you don't want me as a customer.
That's exactly right. I don't need any money from the likes of you.
Oh, is that so? Then have it your way. I'm pulling my funding.
Huh?
Your husband also requested that I take on a position as consultant to assist in your bed and breakfast's restructuring. But since you don't want me here, I'll have to break the news to him that I won't be able to do that anymore.
Wait a moment. You're pulling your funding? And what's this about a consultancy?
Goodbye.
Leslie, I had no idea. I never knew that our bed and breakfast was in such a precarious position.
Well, it seems as though you finally had the talk with your husband, yes?
Yes, that's right. Leslie, why didn't you tell me? You're the current CEO of the consulting firm founded by your grandfather. And Miriam, my second son's wife, she didn't quit her job and come and work with me. She quit her job to start her own company.
I'm quite positive I told you what it was that I did for a living when we first met, so I guess you must have forgotten somewhere along the way. Oh well, that's not important right now. What else did you hear from your husband?
Well, he also told me that the funding for our restructuring was coming from Miriam and your parents, and that your firm was going to be our consultant for coming up with a new sales strategy.
Looks like you finally caught up then. I'm sure you've already realized this by yourself, but the employee vacation had two purposes. The first was, like I told you, just to take a few days off to relax, but the second was to get a clear picture of the bed and breakfast's current state. Unfortunately, since you decided to kick me out of the building before I even got settled into my room, we weren't able to do either of those things.
Leslie, listen. Can we just put this unfortunate little event behind us? Can you just forget it ever happened and go forward with providing us with funding in your consulting service like you'd planned?
As the hotel's owner, that decision is up to your husband. Has he mentioned anything about it to you?
Yes. He told me that if you were willing to forgive me for my behavior, utterly unbecoming of an adult woman and property manager, then he would continue with the plan.
I see. Understood.
Then you'll do it?
I'm sorry, but this is a business matter, so I can't give you a firm answer right here on the spot. I'll need to meet with your husband in a business context and discuss things a bit further. My decision will depend on the results of that discussion.
We'll agree to your terms, anything you want. So please, you have to help us. You have to save my beautiful bed and breakfast. Leslie, what's going on? Why am I being forced out of my position as property manager? I won't stand for this.
Well, complaining about it to me won't do you any good.
But you made my resignation a key condition for your agreement to provide us with funding and consulting services. That means it must have been your doing. You're responsible for this.
Actually, the one who first brought up your resignation was your husband, not me.
What?
According to him, you've been far exceeding your authority as the property manager. You've been completely ignoring the business's official management policy and treating the establishment like it was your own plaything.
That's ridiculous. I've never.
You've also been discriminating in the way you treat guests, giving special treatment to wealthier guests or those with some sort of high status, executives, politicians, etc. It seems that you were blissfully unaware of the fact that your business was sliding closer and closer to bankruptcy every second. So you must also be unaware that it was precisely that prejudicial treatment of yours that caused you to lose regular customers at an incredible pace. My evaluation as a professional consultant is that you are the main reason for your bed and breakfast's financial predicament. But you don't even need to ask me. You can just see the kinds of reviews people are leaving about your establishment and you, in particular, on travel websites. Just about every negative review cites your ill treatment of them as the main reason.
That's...
And given that reality, we naturally came to the conclusion that a new property manager would be a necessary aspect of any management strategy we could come up with. Without doing anything to address the key problem, no strategy would have a chance at success.
This is completely ridiculous! I would never consent to any such agreement! I mean, really, is there anyone out there capable of running this place better than I can?
Yes, actually.
Oh, really? Who?
Your husband has been discussing taking over your position with another person for quite some time now, and he decided this would be the perfect opportunity to finally make the switch.
You mean her?
That's right, your niece, Julia. For whatever reason, you've been furiously opposing giving her the position up until now, as I'm told. Perhaps you thought that having one of your daughters-in-law take the position would mean you could continue to run the place exactly as you want to?
You don't understand. Being the property manager of a bed and breakfast is a massive responsibility. There are so many things I'll have to teach my successor about in order to keep this place running. Oh, but that Julia, she's far too strong-headed. She'll never listen to a word I say.
Julia is actually quite an impressive woman. She majored in hospitality management at university, then spent 2 years in an apprenticeship at a major hotel chain. And she's also been working in your bed and breakfast for the last 5 years, so she should be well aware of how your establishment operates. Not to mention, she's been gradually taking on more and more responsibilities each year. She's basically been doing just about as much work as you have for the last 2 years. I've personally met her myself, and in my professional view, I'd say she would be the perfect candidate for the job. So you don't have anything to worry about, Mom. Your bed and breakfast will be in good hands with Julia at the helm. As a matter of fact, with her in charge, I bet it's going to do better than it has in years.
Never! I'll never step aside! If Julia takes over, my husband is telling me that I'm going to be reduced to working as a common maid. Oh, that would be too much humiliation to bear. This is completely unacceptable.
If you ask me, I'd say what's more unacceptable is having a property manager who treats customers better or worse based on their appearance or social status. And what's even more unacceptable than that is to insist on continuing to do things in the same exact way despite the devastating effect it's having on the business's bottom line.
Stop talking like it's entirely my fault. It's not.
Yes, you're right. I can't place 100% of the blame on you, and that was never my intent. However, we based all of our decisions on a review of customer feedback and hearings with individual employees. Your husband, as the owner, has the final say. So if you would like to register your complaints about his decision, you should take it up with him, and not me. As a consultant, it's not my responsibility, nor is it within my power to make decisions for a business. All I'm there for is to offer my professional opinions.
But...
Now, if I may be so bold as to offer a piece of personal advice, I understand that your husband has brought up the possibility of a divorce with you. Rather than be divorced and unemployed at your age, wouldn't you rather just take the offer of keeping you on as a maid? You might want to swallow your pride this time.
No, I could never.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of work to do and I need to get back to it. I'll talk to you later.
I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong.
This all happened within 2 months of me getting married to my husband. While all this was going on, my husband, who was also an employee of the bed and breakfast, was making some moves in the background. Doing a complete overhaul on their management strategy was actually his idea in the first place, and his mother came up in a lot of their discussions. His dad held out hope that she would come to see the error of her ways, but alas. A few days later, her husband divorced her. She turned down his offer of keeping her on as a maid, so she went back to her hometown to live with her relatives. She started looking for work in the hospitality industry, and she made sure to highlight her year of experience running her bed and breakfast. However, she was never quite able to come up with a convincing story when she was asked about why she quit her previous position, which created a lot of suspicion in her interviewers. She eventually removed that from her resume entirely and started applying for lower-level positions that she once thought were beneath her, but now they're all she can hope for.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.